speaking of marijuana and horrible decisions with marijuana, uh, let's talk about ShaCarri Richardson. So, track star Maryland was suspended from the Olympics. ShaCarri Richardson spurred an outpouring of support from fellow professional athletes and celebrities. Why was she suspended? Well, let's take over this. A North Baltimore church posted a message of acceptance and approval for star sprinter ShaCarri Richardson, who was suspended after she tested positive for marijuana. It says ShaCarri Richardson, you still that girl. Uh, hashtag legalize. The failed test and resulting suspension could jeopardize the 21-year-old's chance at this month's Tokyo Olympics. Richardson has explained that she used marijuana to cope after learning of her mother's death from a reporter. So let's just sit and ask ourselves, why is she getting suspended for smoking marijuana? Last I heard, marijuana is not a performance-enhancing drug. She's a track star. If she's smoking marijuana, I'm sure it makes it harder for her to run. Now, at least physically. Mentally, I'm sure it helped out a lot after her mother died. Heartless, callous. I could think of so many words to describe that. Just horrible, just plain uncalled for. So the Olympics are suspending this girl that probably trained almost every single day of her whole life to get here. And what does she get in return? No sympathy, no empathy, no nothing. So the Olympics are trash for this. I just wanted to make that perfectly clear. The Olympics are trash for just this. But I'm just gonna put the Olympics on blast because they upset me by doing this. Personally, I feel upset. So, I'm going to spend the next few minutes bashing the Olympics because that's what they deserve. And why, I'm going to tell you why ShaCarri Richardson is too good for the Olympics and she deserves better. So, Olympic athletes, do they get paid? The answer, no, they don't get paid. Not at all. Not at all. So, it's just like college, professional athletes in college. They are not guaranteed a check. So Olympic athletes do not make their money in a normal way. They do not sign a contract guaranteeing that money. And according to USA Today, the U.S. government does not pay athletes for competing in the Olympics, even if they are to represent the country. Ahead of the 2012 Olympics, according to Forbes, half of the athletes ranked top in their sport, gold medalists, best in the world, only made about $15,000 annually. These people aren't superstars. Like, they're not household names. They're Olympians. They just want to be the best, and they don't get paid anything for it. So you think to yourself, well, dang, if they don't make the money, someone's got to make the money, right? Someone's got to make the money. Who is it? Who makes the money? If it's not the Olympians, it must be the city, right? No, the city doesn't make the money. The city doesn't make the money. You know what happens to the city? Horrible things. They spend billions of dollars on the Olympic villages, only for them to be left abandoned and dilapidated. Let's take there's a top 10. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Top 10 Olympic games that nearly bankrupted their host countries. We'll just go with the number one. Vancouver Winter Olympics. Estimated $1 billion in debt, including $730 million incurred by the Olympic Village bailout. To recoup some of the costs, they began marketing the village as an environmentally friendly residential neighborhood, and they never sold any of it. And this and nothing happened. Like, and this isn't even the worst story. I read one of a country who hosted the Olympics, and then within a decade, their country was in a civil war, and now the Olympic Village is used to smuggle guns and drugs. And the bobsled, the Olympics are complete total trash, immoral, unethical, and I think it should cancel. I think we should just cancel the whole Olympics. Personally, I'm bored by them, but I think we should just cancel them and figure out something to do with these athletes that won't destroy their bodies for absolutely nothing to show for it, except for money in a giant, nameless, faceless boardroom's pocket.